This is our retro rocket, and this is actually just came off the machine, a little pre-shape, and this is a pretty interesting board. Shane and I kind of came up with this, and he was looking for something to ride slabby barrels, and something very short. They get really, in the 5.4, 5.6, maybe 5.8 range. Then you could ride pipeline and chopo and those kind of ways. And so what's interesting about this board, we took a lot of the elements from the old kind of single fin tube riders, like a lot of the Lopez pipe boards and stuff like that. And so the first thing we did is we put the beak nose so we could keep it nice and thick up in front. The whole front end can be nice and thick up here. It's pretty full in the front end. It's real low rocker. The beak nose will keep it from going under. Now, when you're riding chopo and pipe and just any kind of barrels like that, you got really steep takeoffs, and so the beak nose and the wider nose allows you to take off really late, right in the pocket. Stand up, just plant your feet. You definitely stand a little bit more forward in this board. The tail's real pulled in. Generally, we've been making these things as tri-fins. We've gotten some quad orders, but mostly tri-fins. They'll usually have a swallowtail or a round pin or something like that. But they'll have some concave up here and then a pretty strong double V back to the end. Little double concave, but pretty deep concave to the whole thing. Remember, we're riding it short and thick. Not real wide. It's pretty much just a little bit wider or a little bit, even the same, but you'd be riding it, I'd say 2 to 4 inches shorter than your normal performance board. This has been super popular. A bunch of pros, Andy Irons, Parco, all these guys, they just basically get some of these boards and put them in their quiver, and they like to take them to chopo or pipe and stuff like that. Kelly's been riding his with pipe, and it's got kind of steep 80s style rail, pretty flat deck, so there's a lot of paddle power in a short board. And like Dorian says, it feels like when he gets up on it, he can put his front foot down a little bit more forward, and he's just driving a pickup truck right through slabs and things falling on him. It has this tremendous amount of forward thrust. And these are very popular on the East Coast, up in the Outer Banks. New Jersey, they got those little slabby barrels. Anything where there's a barrel, this is a great tube rider. It's not really the all-around performance straight up and down board. It'll do fine in that, but it's really any kind of, it doesn't have to be a big barrel or just any kind of barrel. These things just tuck into there, front foot holds it in place, and you just drive through these things. They just seem to stay right in the perfect spot of the barrel. So it's been a great design. I've really enjoyed making these things, and this is a great addition to your quiver.